For over 70 years, America's strategic bombers have always lived in compromise. If you wanted long range, enemy radar could easily spot you. If you wanted speed, the aircraft became loud and hot. If you wanted stealth, program costs ballooned to unbelievable figures. Now, for the first time, America claims to have the answer to all those problems in a single aircraft. This is the B-21 Raider. A new generation stealth bomber touted as stealthier than the B-2, more flexible than the B-1, and affordable enough for mass production. Today, Red Phantom will break down how the B-21 is designed, what its capabilities are, and why many analysts believe Russia and China are still a full generation behind. If you appreciate clean, data-driven military analysis, not just hype, support this channel by hitting like, subscribe, and turning on the notification bell. Welcome to Red Phantom, where we dissect the world's most secretive military technology with facts. To understand why the B-21 matters so much, we need to go back in time. Because since the B-52 era of the 1950s, every American strategic bomber has carried one major strength and one major weakness. B-52 Stratofortress, intercontinental range, massive payload, but with a wingspan of roughly 56 meters, this aircraft lights up like a beacon on modern radar screens. And many B-52s flying today are literally older than the pilot's grandparents. B-1B Lancer, built for high-speed penetration, variable sweep wings, and supersonic performance. But arms control treaties restricted its nuclear mission, and high maintenance costs forced it into a complicated, conventional-only role. B-2 Spirit, a revolutionary leap in stealth, extremely small radar signature, flying wing geometry, but with a very real price. Only 21 were ever built, each costing around $2 billion, and the aircraft requires climate-controlled hangars just to preserve its delicate stealth coating. The result? America had powerful bombers, but always in limited numbers, or burdened by painful operational and financial constraints. The B-21 Raider was created to end this pattern, still stealthy, still capable of global reach, but efficient enough to operate in large numbers, at least 100 aircraft, with real projections reaching 145 to 175 units. At first glance, the B-21 looks like the younger sibling of the B-2. Both are flying wing aircraft, both are stealth platforms. But there are several key differences that matter a lot. First, size and geometry. The B-21 is smaller than the B-2. Analysts estimate a wingspan of about 40 meters, with a maximum takeoff weight around 180,000 pounds, more compact and lighter than the B-2. A smaller size means a smaller radar signature. Combined with improved surface shaping and cleaner edge alignment, many observers believe the B-21's radar cross-section may be even lower than that of the B-2. Second, thermal and emission management. The B-21's Pratt and Whitney engines are buried inside the airframe, with exhaust paths engineered to suppress infrared signatures, continuing the philosophy of the B-2 but with updated materials and more advanced design. On the electronic emission side, the B-21 is built for strict EMCON operations, passive sensors, secure data links, and the ability to act as a silent listener within a dense electromagnetic battle space. Third, materials and coatings. The Air Force and Northrop Grumman emphasize that the B-21 uses a new generation of low observable coatings that are more durable and far easier to maintain than those on the B-2. This means fewer maintenance hours per flight hour allowing the aircraft to be mission-ready more often instead of being locked inside a hangar. The B-21 is a dual-capable bomber. It can carry both nuclear and conventional weapons, and importantly, all of them are carried internally, preserving its optimal stealth profile. For nuclear missions, AGM-181 LRSO, long-range standoff, a long-range nuclear cruise missile expected to become the backbone of America's airborne nuclear arsenal, with primary integration on the B-21 and B-52. B-61, Mod 12 and Mod 13, precision-guided nuclear bombs with variable yields, designed for strikes against highly protected high-value targets. For conventional missions, the B-21 is projected to carry AGM-158 JASSM and other extended range variants, JDAM, and a variety of precision-guided weapons to destroy command centers, air bases, missile facilities, and key infrastructure from safe standoff distances. Analysts estimate its payload capacity to be in the 20,000 to 30,000 pound range, smaller than the B-52, but far more suited for precision strikes inside heavily defended airspace. The bottom line, the B-21 is not a carpet-bombing platform. It is a strategic scalpel, designed to cut into the enemy's vital points, not to sweep large areas blindly. Unlike older bombers whose job was essentially to fly in, drop bombs and fly home, the B-21 is designed to function as a node within a multi-domain combat network. Here's the concept. The B-21 pulls in data from satellites, loyal wingman drones, AEW and sea aircraft, and ground stations. Its onboard sensors and mission computer process threat information in real time, enemy radar positions, SAM battery layouts, safe ingress routes, and target priorities. Then, the B-21 doesn't just execute the strike, it shares that information with other elements of the force, F-35s, warships, cruise missiles, creating a unified, synchronized battlespace picture. Some reports even suggest the B-21 may be capable of higher automation levels, including potential single-pilot operations or deep integration with autonomous loyal wingman drones, using AI to reduce pilot workload during extremely long missions. In the Indo-Pacific context, this means a single B-21 penetrating the heart of an enemy A2/AD network isn't just carrying bombs. It's carrying data that can coordinate an entire multi-platform strike package. The B-21 is not a cheap aircraft, but compared to the B-2, it was built with a different mindset, a stealth bomber that can be purchased in large numbers. The US Air Force is targeting an average unit procurement cost of roughly $550 million in 2010 dollars, projected to be about $692 million per aircraft in 2022 dollars. Some estimates suggest the total program, development, production, and long-term operations could reach around $200 billion. In 2024, Northrop Grumman reported taking a $1.2 billion charge related to production adjustments and rising material costs, an early sign that even a realistically designed program is still under financial pressure. The question is, if costs rise or budget politics shift, will the B-21's numbers collapse the way the B-2's did? This is the B-21's biggest risk. Not just enemy radar, but the calculators sitting on the desks of politicians. Moving forward, the US Air Force plans to field only two primary bomber types, the B-52 and the B-21. The B-1 and B-2 will be gradually retired, while the B-52 is being modernized with new engines and next-generation cruise missiles. In this new architecture, B-21 penetrates the heart of enemy air defenses, striking the most valuable and heavily protected targets. B-52 launches missiles from safe standoff distances, leveraging endurance and payload volume. The result is a combined strength: one stealth bomber that acts as the piercing hand, and one classic bomber that serves as the extremely long-reaching arm. In the end, the B-21 Raider is more than just a new aircraft. It is a strategic statement. A message that the United States intends to maintain the ability to strike targets anywhere on the planet, from thousands of kilometers away, often without ever being seen. Now the question is, do you believe the B-21 will truly create a capability gap that Russia and China can't close? Or will anti-stealth technology, low-frequency radars, and next-generation interceptors eventually catch up? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoy fact-based military analysis, not clickbait, support Red Phantom by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Stay aware, stay informed, and stay a part of the Red Phantom community.